starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We locked in. We locked in. We about to get rolling in just a second. Tapped in with us real quick on our live. Make sure you guys throw some fire signs in the chat if you can hear me. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. I'm excited, man. We got another great brainstorming session. We got my guy DJ TeamLilWill on the live with us today, man. We're gonna bring him on in just a second. If you tapped in with us live, man, make sure you guys share the link, like, follow, share, subscribe. Make sure you guys check out our Instagram, YouTube. Also, man, make sure you guys check out M.O.B TV, man. We got a lot of great content on there, and a lot of great content coming up as well. So make sure you guys tap in. Again, if you tapped in with us live, man, make sure you guys, you know, just strap on, man. It's gonna be another great session. It's another great day, man. Another great Wednesday. Um, so we pretty much created this space, so entrepreneurs like yourself don't have to build alone at the end of the day. Whether you got a new idea, whether you need help getting unstuck, or just want to vibe with other visionaries, you're in the right place. So it's all about community. It's all about collaboration. It's all about turning that talk into action at the end of the day. So every week, we bring in different people from different industries, different experts, and making sure you guys have a chance to really, vibe out with them, ask any questions that you guys may have, and give us a good chance to, really build with some movers and shakers out here. At the end of the day, it's really important for us to, really tap in with people who, um, is really out here making some things happen. This entrepreneur, climate is super crazy nowadays. The economy is crazy. It's a lot of crazy things going on, but at the same time, it's a lot of great things going on. It's the best time to be an entrepreneur at the end of the day. So we got so many tools, so many resources right at our disposal. It's just all about applying ourselves. So we want to make sure we make it as easy as possible for you guys to apply yourself. So yeah, man, if you tapped in live, make sure you guys blow up that chat. Introduce yourself, throw your websites, throw your social medias in there. Make sure you guys connect with somebody else. I got another great icebreaker question for you guys today. Since we still on month 4, and it's the first month of the second quarter, I want to start you guys off with some money talk. So if you were to get 100,000 to invest in your business today, how would you spend it, man? Let me see some of them answers in the chat. At the end of the day, I want to make sure we on the same page, and I want to see some inspiration. How would you guys invest that 100,000, man? We all can use 100,000, but I ain't gonna lie. So again, make sure you guys check out Mob TV. We got a lot of great content, from exclusive interviews, event recaps, the whole nine. And we got some recaps from our brainstorming sessions too. So if you missed any of our previous brainstorming sessions or any of our webinars too, like our standing on business webinar or anything like that, make sure you guys tap into Mod TV, man. We got a lot of great content. Also, make sure you guys download the Enterprise Theater channel on Roku TV. We got some content on there where we're actually streaming 24/7, man. So shout out to the Enterprise Theater Network. We've been rocking out for a minute now, so it's only right that we, come back on 2025 and really push, and for the most part, push you guys. That's really what it's all about. We want to make sure that you guys have a platform to, showcase your work, showcase your work, and showcase some of your products as well. So if you got some content that you want to get out there on Roku TV, make sure you guys check us out. Make sure you guys hit us up directly, whether it's on the website or you can DM us or just hit me up directly. Also, make sure you guys check out our upcoming events and activities. We've been going super crazy this year already. And it's only about to get worse, man. It's only about to, well, not worse. It's only about to get better because this is the second quarter. Springtime is here, summertime coming up. We got a bunch of events and activities coming up, a bunch of workshops. So we did a little revamp on our landing page for our events and activities to kind of make it a lot easier for you guys to kind of navigate, especially with all the events and activities coming up. So make sure you guys check out the revamped event page at www.masteringourbusines.com/events. And check out, make sure you guys confirm your attendance. Check out what we got coming up next. Shout out to some of our members and affiliates that have been rocking with us and been doing some great things as far as the webinars and their live streams and different things like that. So we want to make sure that we just have a platform for you guys to connect. Also, make sure you guys, speaking of connecting, make sure you guys check out our membership options as well. If you got a project coming up, if you have any, business ideas that you want to launch, or if you already have a business that you want to revamp, or you just need some extra resources, make sure you guys check out our membership options. Check out some of our services, some of our resources. We got a lot going on. We got a lot of great resources for you guys. As far as video production, audio production, photography, web design. It's summertime, so we got to get some billboard. If you need some billboard campaigns, or if you just need help running your social media, I know it's a lot, when it comes to running the 5-6 different pages, like some of us is. So we got a great social media team. So if you need help, managing your pages, man, make sure you guys check us out, contact us. And yeah, man, let's get together. Let's put together a campaign for you guys. Also, check out our resource center, man. We got some great resources. We got some grants on there. Like I said, we all can use a little funding at the end of the day. So we got a lot of great resources for you guys right on our homepage at masteringourbusines.com. We got some ebooks on there for you guys. We got some grants. Shout out to Skip. They've been, rocking with us for a minute now. And shout out to everybody who actually, got a chance to get funded through the Skip program and, actually win some free grants, man. It's nothing like actually, earning some free money. So make sure you guys check out our resource center. And yeah, man, we got a lot of things coming up. Again, we got another special guest for you guys. It's summertime, man. It's springtime right now, but summertime coming up. We got some new merchandise dropping on our marketplace, so make sure you guys check that out as well. And order the merch that you already see. If you see some things that you like on there, or if you got some things that you want to see on there, man, make some requests, man. We got a lot of merchandisers that we work with. We can pretty much get any and everything on there. So if you got some requests or if you guys see some things that you like on there, make sure you guys put your orders in, man, and make sure you guys stay tuned, man. We got some new merch coming up for all ages, man. So I'm excited for that. We just got our new shoes on there, the whole nine. So yeah, man. Again, man, we got a lot of great things coming up. Check out all of our sponsored affiliates. Shout out to all of you guys. We pretty much nothing without the mob, man. That's what it's all about. We got a lot of exciting things coming up. So if you're looking to become an affiliate, or if you want some more information on that, Again, make sure you guys check out our website. We got a bunch of great information on our website. We got a lot of questions on how people can be a part of the mob. Um, and real quick, man, I want to shout out everybody who's actually been, locking in with us every single week on our brainstorming sessions. A lot of you guys, we hear a lot of great feedback from you guys. That actually able to, get some real gems every single week. So I'm excited, man. I'm just so happy to be able to, have a platform to where we can actually, help people out and really help them push their dreams forward. That's what it's all about. A lot of you guys have a lot of different projects that you're working on. Shout out to all of our members that's been doing some amazing things. Shout out our affiliates that been bringing some amazing people into the community as well. Man, we just got to keep pushing, man. It's only the second quarter, man. I remember we were just talking about this the first quarter, so we're in the second quarter. So yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go full force. Real quick, I want to bring our special guests up real quick, man. Shout out to my boy DJ Team Lil Will, man. What's going on, King? What's going on? Go ahead and unmute yourself real quick. Nope. Let me see something. That was probably because he probably got a phone call or something. Bag up, exit out of it and come back in real quick. Meanwhile, man, if you locked in with us live, man, make sure you blow up that chat. What's going on, Burning Vibes? What's going on? Expand product line and increase marketing. Yes, yes, yes. Check out Burning Vibes, man. What's going on? What's going on? That's a good plan, man. Let me see y'all questions. Let me see y'all answers, man. Let me see y'all answers. We got a great icebreaker question for you guys today. I want to see some more answers, man. If you was to get $100,000 to invest in your business today, how would you spend it? Let's go. I love that expand product line and increase marketing, man. We always marketing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, King? What's going on? What's going on? I think your audio back out again. This how you know it's about to be powerful.
Uh, Is that better now?
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Cool. We locked in.
We locked in. What's going
Eh,
on, King?
What's up with it, bro?
Man, it's another day, man. The marathon continues.
I
We
heard
still
some.
going strong. Um, hey, we going live, man. We able to drop some gems. So whenever we get a chance to drop some gems and get some, really connect with people like yourself to drop some gems, it's always a good day.
I'm honored, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real quick, man, for the people that don't know, give them a quick intro. Let them know who you is, real quick.
Okay, I go by the name of DJ TeamLilWill. I've been DJing now for a quick little minute, kind of doing everything. Kind of went viral back in 2022. So yeah, I just do everything. But I'm DJ. I'm a musician, but I DJ.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So real quick, man, what really, inspires you to jump into, that industry and, really, pop off your own, industry and pop off your own business?
Well, like I said, I started off as a musician at the age of when I was like 7, 8, piano and stuff like that, and so I always had the ear for like music. And then as I got older, you know, being a church kid, being out here trying to figure out my way, and just trying to figure out my way, and didn't never really wanted to be no DJ. And then I kind of fell in love with hosting, and I'm like, you know what? Then I tried to start my own little business because I wanted to have my own band. And but nobody wanted to book the band. They wanted to just book me to just come and DJ. And I was like,
Wow.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't have no laptop. I don't have nothing. So I had to figure it out, and I locked myself in the basement. And then I still wouldn't know I would be sitting here talking to people like you or other people, becoming a DJ, and it just took off. That's like what's been the purpose for it since then.
Man, so speaking of taking off, man, and really speaking of purpose, what really, what do you really think, set you apart from, other DJs in this industry and just other entertainers in this industry as a whole?
Yeah. So like when I first started, I think again I tell a lot of people like no matter what you do, you have to be relatable to people. So when I started, again, I made some videos a long time ago. This never could take off, and then a platform like TikTok showcasing your talent on there. And I'm big at like social media is cool. I'm like to have fun like everybody else, but if we're gonna be on it, let me drive a business. Let me drive something else. So getting on there and just being relatable to people and taking being a risk taker and also just having purpose in what you're doing too, because I could have did what I see other people doing, like playing both songs and doing going crazy. And I never wanted to be that person to go viral or do anything doing something crazy because that stuff will stick to you, especially with brands and businesses and everything else. So it was just like a blessing for real that people that related to me and then my kids was able to get in with me and everything else just kind of fell in line. So I honestly I owe it to God. So that's pretty much what it is for real.
Man, that's super crazy. That's super crazy. And it's so crazy, man, when that you bring up TikTok. This is something that I've been, pushing brands on still, to this day,
Yeah.
brands into that way. I remember when TikTok, really first started taking off and the pandemic hit,
Yeah.
after that and people really started to really see what I was talking about because I was pushing people into, TikTok before the pandemic hit,
Right.
it was called something else. It won't come to me right now, but I seen the potential back then,
Hmm.
and it's so crazy, dealing with these digital forms. That's why I say before, this is the best time to have a business, to be an
For
entrepreneur.
sure.
We got so many tools, at our disposal that we didn't have. I've been an entrepreneur before. It was really a trend.
Right.
You really had to get out there and knock on doors and really,
A 100%. Right. Right.
but now you can go global overnight. If you really put in that work and
Yeah.
hit your correct audience. So speaking
Yeah.
of target audience, man, how did you really zone in and figure out your target audience? Because I talk to a lot of business owners all the time, and that's one of the things that I bring up, and that's one of the hardest questions that they can answer. I always ask them who's their target audience, and a lot of the common answers I get is everybody.
Right.
But,
Right. Right.
and of course, most of us want to, appeal to as many people as possible. But really narrowing down on who your target audience is super important. But so, how did
Yeah.
you, do that?
So when I first started, like everybody else, I was just doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even thinking about it. But again, um, I've been kind of self-employed myself, my doing this since 2016. So I've
Mm,
always had like the business mindset of trying to make things bigger. Like when I was started off hosting, I used to wear shirts with my name on it back in like 2007, 2005. And people would just be like, "Why you do that?" I'm like, "Well, this is a form of introducing myself before somebody have to even talk to me or open my mouth." So when I started doing the TikTok videos and everything else, I started to see people like their comments and their DMs. It'd be more personable. Like I, me, I'm just DJing, but it resonates with them more. That they were just kind of like, I can relate to you, or I can see myself in you. And then I started when I started doing mixtapes, I started getting emails. And I would take the emails and do like a blast of like, oh yeah, I have a mixtape coming out or this or merch. Cause I started getting shirts and everything else. And when I just started seeing their like testimonies and other things they would say, I realized that my target audience is the people that don't really go to church no more, or the people that are kind of like in the middle, or kind of just they still love God, but they don't know how they want to go about church or whatever, or they can just remember those old choir songs. You know what I'm saying? And that's
mhm.
just pretty much who I am. Like I don't do everything by the book. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the holy saved and all of that, but I believe in God to the fullest.
Yes,
And
sir.
and you know what I'm saying? Like some people like to go to brunch more than they go to, but I feel like if we're gonna do what the Bible says, we need to meet people where they are.
Yeah,
And that's just pretty much what I think what kind of took me off. It's just meeting people where they are and knowing that, again, I'm not judging what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the judger. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to just bring it to where you are. And that's what I think that's pretty much what my target audience is.
I love that. I love that. Being relatable is a huge one, man. This is why.
Huge.
You
Yeah.
know, I think this is why I got a little bit more comfortable with telling my story and telling my testimony and getting
Right.
more personable and doing these live streams as well. Really just
Uh,
touching people instead of always just trying to sell something to people. Really just like
100%.
we real. It's we go through this the same problems, and I think that's the best thing about our brainstorming sessions. You get to really as you look at all of these great people that we bring on, you start to realize that everybody is having the same problems
Yes.
or
Yes.
overcame the same challenges, or had
Yes.
similar challenges, and it make it a little bit more them confirmations just hit different. Where it's like
100%.
me just saying it. I've been consulting businesses for years and telling them certain things, but sometimes you
Right.
need to hear it from different perspectives. Like and then the best thing about it is we all in different industries.
Exactly.
But we're all in the same boat. So I love that aspect of it. What's one you was talking about how you was wearing your name on your shirts back then.
Mhm.
I was doing the same thing. I was we stayed
Right. Right.
um, and so what's the most unconventional marketing strategy that really worked best for your brand, and how did you come up with it?
Unconventional. I think everything is pretty much, well, I don't know, because everybody hasn't done it like everybody else. Like I said, I thank God for this platform, because just being around, I know this, because sometimes you can get stuck into your mindset and how you think of things, and you're like, man, I want to be around some more like-minded people. But when I initially realized that it could be a brand and something bigger, I just I just constantly promoted myself, like no matter what. Like I'm in St. Louis, but most cities you live in, it's a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of other things. So instead of waiting on somebody to promote me, I just promoted myself no matter what. Like it just, I mean, I don't care what it was. Like I would put my logo on things. I would put, I would keep me, like, again, a lot of people realize, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, I'm a trainer, or I'm this, and when you go to their social media, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And these corporations and these businesses, that's what they care about. They want to see what you're doing. They, like, Instagram is your resume, and I've always looked at it like it was my resume. So you'll never see me on there clowning, putting money, or doing nothing stupid, because, again, trying to market what I have, this is my resume. So that's just how I looked at it. That's just always starting off. That's just what I thought about. Like, this your resume. Will push, 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 push. So
No, that's super smart, man. You definitely, branding is super important, and you the face at the end of the day. So,
yes.
what's the most memorable
Yes.
customer interaction you've had, and how did it impact your approach, going forward?
Okay. So initially, when the video started taking off, I was like, people just was saying, like, "Oh, you create a mixtape," and I'm like, "How would that look?" You know what I'm saying? Or how would I market it? And when I when I initially started trying to sell mixtapes, I was trying to do it through Cash App. So I would say, Cash App me and put your email in the address. I mean, in the memo, and I would send it straight to you. And that was a train wreck. Like, that was,
Well,
I would
putting that
have so many
email.
cash app thought I was drug dealing or something. The way them cash apps was coming in, and I would get mixed up for the emails, and it was just a disaster. So, but I remember this one lady. It's crazy when you really do go viral. So this lady hit me up, and she was like, she was in labor,
Wow.
and I was like, okay. She sent me this long message about her being in labor and how my mixes got her through. But she was like, I need a mixtape now. And I was like, a mixtape in the hospital? Like, I'm not trying to ask questions because I don't want to be in her business because I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, so what are you finna do? I'm like, yeah, send me your email. I'll send it. And then she was the one that was like, "Babe, you need a website." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You need this, and I'm like, man, she's right. You know what I'm saying? But again, just coming in the game, I'm like, I'm not finna spend no $2,500 on no website and do all that other stuff, and like, I don't have that kind of money right now. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So, I remember I had posted a video and Fred Hammond and Kirk Franklin reposted it, and then after they caught wind of it, the Shade Room did. So
that's
the Shade Room hit me up on a Wednesday and was like, "We're gonna repost the video on Sunday. Is that okay?" And I said, "Yes, for sure." You know what I'm saying?
that's dope.
But I knew it was going to get more crazy from there, so I ended up calling the website lady, paying her, and getting and trying to get everything up before Sunday came,
Sunday, yeah.
because I knew it would get more crazy, and that's just pretty much kind of just started the whole merch and website and pushing things and packaging, and yeah, that just took off from there. So
Man, great highlight, man, because again, this is what I'm talking about. Going back, we talk about websites all the time. We talk about digital real estate. We
yeah,
built so many websites for different people, but you know,
right,
this is where it comes back full force, where you're hearing it full firsthand. Where these things are important to have. I was literally
yes,
talking about this with an artist the other day, and I'm like, you want to make sure you set yourself up for success. I think we all just only think about the success part,
right,
working hard and in our passion and what we're doing, but we don't really think about all the things that we need to set ourselves up. So once we do get that success, it'll be a smooth ride from there. Because
yeah.
sometimes,
No infrastructure. That's why I
yeah,
tell people now. I was like, so when you go viral, what's supposed to happen after that? You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, and then I'm only saying that because I didn't know. I'm like, how do I take that? I don't want to just have a video that go crazy and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how can I build something from that? And again, that take like-minded people to think that, but I see a lot of people that come and go and that's it. And I was able
Because
to
of
just
that,
continue to just, yeah, no
because they don't have
infrastructure.
any structure, they don't have a good
Yeah,
foundation, they don't have the right people in place, they don't have and
100%.
once people come knocking, it's like, oh snap, I'm not even ready.
Right, right,
I had
right.
another partner, and we all get caught up, in our
Yeah,
passion. Start off without, properly preparing ourselves. I think we all have to bump our heads. And then you said an
yeah,
important thing, like I just didn't know. And
yeah,
this is why we have. This is why you got the mob. This is why we're doing what we're doing, because there's a lot
right.
of people that don't know. They just don't simply.
100%. Right.
I didn't know. There's a lot of times I had to really bump my head because of just stuff that I grew up in the hood, bro.
Yeah, we all got that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
yeah,
come from Detroit. You come from a similar city,
yeah.
where we come from dangerous cities. You just trying to survive. You ain't
100.
thinking about LLCs and EI.
No.
You know what I mean? So, coming from that, so it's like, what do we do about that? Whatever,
Yeah.
we can't just throw throw those people away and be like, oh, you don't know business. Okay, I'm not going to support you. It's just
Right.
like, well, we need, that's why, with our members, we link them up with mentors and we
Yeah.
have these type of sessions. So it's like, you can get, because this knowledge is out here, but we wanted to make it to where it's like, look, we can be each other's accountability partner, because
Uh,
we all going through the same motion, and we all
yes.
students to the game. We all steady still learning this stuff. Like,
Yes.
because there's so much that comes with it. It's just so much. And so yeah, man, I'm so glad you brought that up. Just
Yeah.
having your website and having a rush. That was a great story and a great testimony on really
Yeah.
glad you did that. You was just like, forget it, man. I'm about to just go ahead and set myself up, and you seen the vision for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So really, talking about, we talked about, bumping our heads. Can you really describe like a significant operational challenge you faced and how you overcame it to improve your efficiency?
I mean, we can elaborate on the website thing for real because I mean that thing took me. Like, I was stressed out for 4 5 days. Like, again, I was again just having that mindset of thinking like, man, like, I really want like more of this, and a lot of us be like, man, you want to go viral, you want to do that, but when I finally did talk to her, again, that website was I think it was 1,500,
Mm.
and that kind of took everything from me. Then I was like, okay, cool, but I knew it would be greater, from everything that would happen out of that would be greater than that. So just that first year alone, I made $20,000 on my website,
That's love.
and
Yeah.
that was no extra marketing. I didn't pay for any nothing. Like it was strictly from me pushing content, saying subscribe to my YouTube channels, go to my website and
Mhm.
find the domain and everything, making it simple as possible, making it my name, captioning it before that, getting my logo trademark, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that, like trying to put all of that together. And it was really challenging because I had no idea. And I talked to a few people, but everybody just wanted money from it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, give me a plan or tell me how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's work together on doing it. And everybody was like, well, I can make it bigger than this. You know, just give me 45% of what you got and 65% of what you got. And I'm like, whoa. I could have been young, dumb, and naive and just say, all right, cool, you know, just, let's do it. And then they would have stole everything I had going. Or, you know what I'm saying? I could have did the homework and did it for myself. So I just started reading up on things like, how do I get this to be what it needs to be? And again, I don't want to get on this podcast and feel like I got it all figured out because I don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why,
That's the
huh?
beautiful thing about it,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I tell people, this doesn't come with a handbook. This doesn't say, oh, well, this is how you do it. And a lot of people that do know the information don't want to share it.
They ain't going. They don't want to share it. They don't
Oh
want to.
no. Oh no.
You
They
know.
just
They
want to use your platform or use you for what you got going on instead of actually putting you on game. And
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And also in this time I'm learning, I still don't really even I've had famous people reach out to me and ask me like I had the keys. And I'm like, you could help me more than you know what I'm saying? Then I could help you. Like I just got on TikTok, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then I had to realize, like, no, Will, you really built something. Like you
Yeah.
really built something that people would probably die for, or they would probably pay you $100,000 just to have what you have right now. So
Yeah. For sure.
that just put more things in perspective for me. So yeah,
No, that's a blessing, man. That's always a blessing. I always say we gotta count, our blessings and celebrate, even the smallest wins because, a lot of people is in different situations out here,
yeah.
at the end of the day. So, speaking of, you really coming into this lump sum, you going viral, setting it up to where you can, get this large lump sum. I really want to touch on, because this month is, month four, so we base our modules off each month. So it's
Okay.
module for financial literacy and budgeting. So we've been talking about this a lot this month. But how did you approach budgeting for your business, and what strategies did you use to ensure your financial stability?
Uh, well, again, I still don't have it figured out, y'all. So
Mm-hmm.
because again, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, and I'm a father of four.
Oh, that's lit.
So a lot of it was going out, coming in, but what I tried to do was use a lot of it to on marketing. After talking to a lot of like sponsorships and other people that's been trying to get me involved in their businesses, I realized that talent is pretty much like 15%. The rest of it is marketing. So is I just been trying to put majority of that there, save. And again, a lot of these opportunities, the bigger opportunities, like when I did the Stellas and other thing, BT, a lot of those things, they want you to spend your own dime to get there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You're not Beyonce, so they're not flying you out or whatever. So knowing that you would have to have money for that, like at the beginning, I missed a lot of opportunity just because I'm like I can't buy a plane ticket to come down there, or I just can't just hop on the, get a hotel room and all of that. And you know what I'm saying? Like that. So just trying to invest in myself more. I've also met a lot of more other people that's into helping saving and, investing in other things that I'm currently trying to get more involved in because somebody that I do know and cherish has been telling me the only way to get ahead is if you invest and you start putting your money where it needs to be versus because again you grew up how I grew up. We from the hood. My mama and daddy all only taught me how to work.
yeah,
That was it. They never taught me how to be financially wealthy, or it was just work, work,
yes,
work, work, pay bills. Like you know what I'm saying. So this was perfect for when Chrissy hit me up about it. I'm like, that's the mindset that I have right now. It's just how can I, get to where I need to get to? Because again, money comes. Like I said, I made $20,000 on the website the first year, but I can't tell you what I did with it the first year. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So just knowing that, trying to file taxes under your LLC and trying to
Yeah.
put things together, it's been a struggle, but I appreciate the struggle and things because it's taught me a lot.
Yeah, yeah, and we all just gotta have that community where we can come back. That's why we build in our community. It's not
Yeah,
about I got so tired of doing one time sessions and one time gigs. I'm just like,
yeah,
look, we gotta build because it's not a one time thing. We really gotta build this thing all the way through. So
right.
it's like, okay, we gotta get to the point where we building this community to where we got people around it that's smarter than us that can teach us to and walk us through these
Yes.
stages because there's different stages to success. I think
Oh yeah, for
people
sure.
don't really understand that they just think it's okay. I'm here and then I'm going to be here, and that's I'm living forever ever
Yeah.
after. And it don't go like that. It's a lot
No.
of things that come after. I had a partner who had a website. It went crazy, it went viral, and their website crashed because they had so many sales coming through. They didn't have
Yeah.
the team to get the website back up, and they missed out on a lot of money.
Yeah.
Certain things I think we only think about the other side. Like, all I need to do is just get viral, and it's
Yeah.
just no. You got to
Yeah.
have a team behind you, and be ready for that success. Because when it comes, it's gonna come hard and it's gonna come fast, and then it's gonna go. It's gonna go that same way. So you gotta build that momentum up so you can
Yeah.
spark fire and keep it going. So,
And that's
um,
that's really where the real work comes because when I
yeah,
and you can't just sit there. Now you're like, okay, well I've experienced this, so now I have to take this even up higher
what's
or do
next?
this. And yeah, it's for sure.
Nah, most definitely, most definitely. So, real quick, and I don't want to hold you up too much longer. I just got a couple more questions for you, but I
Are you good?
definitely appreciate you,
No
dropping
problem.
these jewels. If you tapped in with us live, man, make sure you drop some fire signs for my guy, man. He's definitely been dropping some jewels, especially coming from where we come from, man. It's always good to see like-minded individuals and share
Yeah.
this knowledge and swap this information. Um, so let's talk about legal and ethical considerations. What legal or ethical dilemma have you encountered in your business journey? And what did you learn from it?
Well, honestly, I haven't really had any problems with that yet, for real.
I love it.
Um, the again trying to get my name LLC and my logo and stuff trademark, that was pretty easy. And again, I knew some people that did it, and I was kind of already. What I did miss out on, and we can be 100% honest, is getting my Saber Ratchet thing trademarked. Because a lot of people had been using it since then, and you
Ah,
know,
man.
and that type of thing. And I missed that opportunity. But I believe God's gonna bless anyway, so I really ain't really stressed off of it for real. But that is definitely something. If we're gonna talk about something that I feel like I missed out on, was that because uh, when I did talk to somebody that wanted to really invest in it, I didn't have it already. I didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? And uh, I could have really made games. I could have made books. I could have made pens. I could have made a bunch of things. And again, not knowing and not understanding the whole legitimate business of it, I did miss that opportunity. Though.
Yeah, man. Knowledge is power for sure,
Yeah.
man.
Yes.
I have this knowledge. I know it's hard to really lock in
Yeah.
because I know we get distracted, man. We get distracted on a lot of BS. You know,
Yes.
a lot of drama. We want to be entertained, but we have to lock in. And that's what we're trying to do too. That we want to make this entertaining. We have to make these different topics and these different
Yeah.
elements of life entertaining for our people to get that information with them, especially the youth. They they can't learn how our parents wanted us to learn back, and we could barely learn
No.
sitting in the class. Like I know
Yeah.
I got in trouble all the time. I ain't gonna lie. But
Right. I tell people this. My dad and my mom and my brothers and stuff would they would make fun of me. Like when I used to work for a job, I'd be like, man, this ain't it. They'd be like, he can't keep a job, man. You know what I'm saying? All of this, and he don't know what he want, and I'm like, I just knew being at those jobs that it was. Again, I would say this: a lot of those jobs taught me how. Like I was in sales a lot, so when we was talking, I'm like, oh, they taught me marketing, taught me sales. So I
Yes.
appreciate the beginning and being at those jobs, learning different things.
Yes.
But sitting at some of those jobs for busting your behind for 40 hours, making 600, $700 is crazy.
Crazy.
It is crazy work. It's
Crazy.
diabolical, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now, like you said at the beginning of the conversation, we are in a this whole generation has built so many entrepreneurs that it's crazy, and I love to see it. And again, entrepreneur is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Again, it's days that you'll wake up and if you don't work, you don't eat. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. Everybody don't have that in them. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of lazy people that sit on the couch all day like it's cool. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Get to it when they need to get to it. But again, I just told you I got 4 kids and a wife. I gotta get it by any means. And they ain't, if they don't eat, it's because of me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So, as a leader, man, how has your mindset evolved as a leader, and what practices do you incorporate to maintain a positive spirit?
Um I again, just like any other black boy, probably I got kicked out when I was 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? So I literally had my own apartment since I was a senior in high school. So not doing that, thinking I could just do this and do that, and then getting evicted and doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just all over the place. So it kind of taught me to grow up fast. So even though I'm not even 40 yet, but I had to just grow up super fast, and my mindset has just always just been like, you don't have nobody like that, Will. You always have to depend on yourself. So again, even times now when I'm not in my creative space and I'm sitting on the couch, I'm beating myself up because I'm like, it's something that I could be doing. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That just kills me sometimes. I'll be like, man, I'm not creative. I'm not in the spot to even want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I always gotta go. And when I get calls for gigs to come and DJ all the time, I feel like it's hard to turn down that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? But I learned when you get a little older, the power is in no. You know what I'm saying? So certain things you shouldn't be doing no more, or certain things you should be doing. But yeah, like when I go out of town and travel for gigs all the time, I tell them I'm in and out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go down there and get that money and then blow it while I'm there or anything. I got a responsibility by bringing that back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, I think growing up, like I said, our environment, it's just always taught me, like, Will, you got to protect the brand. You got to protect the money. You have to do what you got to do, say what you're going to do, be responsible about it, and get it home. Again, everybody that messed up before, but it's a learning process in your own. So that's just pretty much what I've been going with. You muted again.
No, definitely, definitely,
Oh,
it's definitely a process, man. It's definitely a process. We gonna forever be a student to the game. If you
yes.
you want to make sure you remain a student and keep going.
Yeah.
Real quick, man, what's some advice that you would give somebody that's um building a brand? Whatever industry it is, that's just out there building a brand, trying to get their name out there, trying to build something.
I tell everybody marketing, market yourself. Um, One day somebody's gonna see you. Somebody's gonna see the talent you got. Somebody's gonna if it's worth anything. You know what I'm saying? Stand on principle. Stand on what you got. Your brand. Like your brand is your everything. And just promote yourself. Like you have to. I know a lot of people get discouraged. And I talk to a lot of curators and everything, and they be like, "Man, my video didn't do this or whatever." But it won't do anything until you put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to put the product out there and market it. Like that's just pretty much in anything you're going. You could be a nail tech, you could be a trainer. Like you have to market yourself. There's no way I come on social media and you telling me, you have a podcast and I see nothing about your podcast.
Yeah,
Or if I have to research it and go keep scroll down and all like that's crazy. Like anybody of importance is not going to do all that. They're not going to do all that. You know,
Say
get
no.
your Google searches up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I know a lot of us, our color of people, we think we just do this and this is it. Like, no, like, I want to adapt to all facets. So I'm trying to be relatable to black, white, green, purple, whoever you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need all customers, not just black customers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have to make myself marketing to everybody. So get
That's
your Google search on. I've been in places they be like, can I Google you? You most definitely can. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mm-hmm.
and I see a lot of other people that got other names and stuff like that. Do your research, figure out who you gonna be. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I love
you
it. I
gotta
love
figure out who you gonna be. And then the biggest thing is adapt with the times. You can't
it.
just say, "Oh, I don't get on TikTok for kids." Like,
Yeah. All,
huh? Like,
all the people that said that, hey, shout out to y'all because y'all, we had a lot of phone calls back in 2020, and every one of y'all just sounded like, man, you told
yeah,
me.
I
And that was
watched Will. You got to
crazy.
think Will Smith was all like, "I'm getting on Instagram." I'm like, I'm not finna do it. He's one of the biggest actors in the world, and he
Yeah,
got on Instagram. He said, "I took off." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got. I think people get wrapped up in using it for the non-purpose. Like, again,
yeah,
that's why I don't like Facebook for real, and I feel like I need to redo my Facebook. But
yeah.
it's more the people that know you, they're not gonna share your stuff. They're not gonna be involved with you. But you get around some other people that just care about the talent and care about what you do, and you gonna blow up, man. Like I said, I look now, I see some of my videos that got 19 views, 2 likes. Now they got millions and millions of views, and now I get paid off of that. You
Let's
know what I'm
go.
saying? I get paid off all my content on all facets, Instagram, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you just gotta push yourself. You know what I'm saying? That 2 years later, look what happened. So yeah, that's just my biggest advice. Push yourself.
Push yourself, man. We in a whole new millennium, man. It's the best time to be an entrepreneur right now. So many
Best
ways to
time.
push yourself. Real quick, man, let them know where to find you, man. I know they can Google you, man, but let them know what you got coming up as well.
And that's another thing. I'm glad you said that. You don't want to be DJ TeamLilWill and then DJ TeamLilWill 555 here, and you know what I'm saying. Like you want to stick to a brand, y'all.
Yes.
I'm on on all outlets. I don't care what it is. I'm DJ TeamLilWill, all one word together. Just DJ TeamLilWill on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, website. Everything is just the brand. Make it
Yes.
simple for people. Like don't I'm go this person. I'm this person. Like nah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Mob real quick. Give us a quick shout. Give the Mob a quick shout out real quick.
Man, shout out to the mob, man. Look, God bless y'all. Y'all are a big. I see a breaking platform for y'all where y'all just gonna be big. Cause again, I appreciate y'all. We not even in the same city, and you know I got people in the city that wouldn't even do this with me. You know what I'm saying? So just to have y'all being a part of that. When shout out to Chrissy for even reaching out to me, man. I appreciate y'all. The mob is the way to go. They dropping gems. They got people on here, and it's the mob.
Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate you, King, man. We're gonna keep on building. I can't wait to really come together on some projects, and we got a lot to do, man. A lot of great things coming up. So um, yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Let's throw them fire signs in the chat if you still tapped in with us. Real quick, man, before I leave you guys, I want to leave you guys with another assignment. I really want to reiterate the same assignment that we had this month because this is super important for you guys. And I think one of this month is in this module is one of the most important months as an entrepreneur. So I want you guys to build a 30-day budget tracker, track and categorize your personal or your business spending for a whole month. Analyze your patterns and consider ways to really optimize your budget. I would love to see you guys 30-day budget tracker. If you already got this done, make sure you guys send it to me. I love to see some of you guys' assignments, man. I love to see when we get things done. Again, these assignments is really for you guys, man. This is something that you should already be doing anyway. So I'm just your accountability partner. And hey, man, I appreciate you guys tapping in with us every single week. It's the mob, man. Let's go. I'll talk shortly, man. Let's keep on building. You guys continue on being blessed and continue on being great.